Hi, this is for Year 9 Higher Knowledge Organizer number 9, describing enlargements, but I'm going to focus on finding the center of the enlargement and some hints and tips to help you find that. So my first tip is to look at the two shapes and always start with the larger shape. And it doesn't matter which one's A and which one's B, just the key thing is to start with the largest one. So I tend to pick a corner on the largest shape and I want the same corresponding corner on the smaller shape. So here and here, these are two of my corresponding corners. I'm going to take a pencil and a ruler and I'm going to draw my ray lines in until they cross the two corners of the shape and continued a little bit further. So if you notice, I've extended that line on. Okay, then I'm going to pick another corner. I'll just pick this one here, and the same corresponding corner on the smaller shape. And again, start with the larger one. Draw your ray line from the larger one to the smaller one, and continue that on. And if you notice, they both cross here, indicating that is possibly your center of enlargement. Now, it's always a good idea to do a third one, just to double check. So I'm going to pick this corner here, and the same corresponding corner here, join it up, and draw my ray line. Again, start from the largest, go to the biggest, and keep going. And you can see all three of them cross here at this point. And this is my center of enlargement. Okay, now this part here is where all the ray lines meet. So, recapping, always start with the larger one, regardless if it's A or B. Pick a corner. Pick the same corresponding corner on the smaller one. And you want to join the ray line from the larger one to the smaller one and keep going. Extend it right on. Do the same with another corner to the same corresponding corner and extend it right back. The biggest mistake is that people stop at the smaller shape and you need to keep going. Okay. Now in this particular question, if you're asked to describe from A to B the transformation, it is an enlargement, so that's the first thing you must write. And then you need your center of enlargement. So if I look at my coordinates, it's 2, 1. Oh. And then the third piece of information that you need is your scale factor. So I'm going to just choose a side on A. It's 4 squares long at the top, and at the on the top of B, the same side. It's 4, 8, 12. So to get from 4 to 12, I've times by 3. So my scale factor is 3. Now you can check that with another side. So this side's 2. This is 2, 4, 6. So again, 2 times 3 is 6. My scale factor is 3. However, if the question said what is the transformation from B to A, this time you're going in reverse. It's still an enlargement, even though the shape is getting smaller. The center of enlargement hasn't changed. It's still 2, 1. Okay, but this time my scale factor will be different. I'm starting with the bigger shape, which is 6, and it's becoming 2. So I've divided by 3, or I've thirded it. So that means my scale factor is a third. So it all depends on which order the question is asking from you. Now, it is okay for your center enlargement to be inside a shape. So sometimes the enlargement might actually be here. So you might have the smaller shape on the inside, like this. And if that's the case, you still do the same thing. You still start from the biggest shape. You draw your ray lines to the smaller shape. It just means your center of enlargement will be somewhere in there. So the same process happens, the same method happens. Now, if, however, you get an enlargement that looks similar to this second example, in this second example, you've got to be careful because this isn't just a regular enlargement, it is actually a negative enlargement. And the reason I know it's negative is because not only has the shape gotten bigger, it has also been rotated. So if you see it enlarged and rotated, then it is the scale factor will be negative. Okay, but I still do the same process. All right, so if I'm going to make this shape A, this shape B, I'm going to pick the corner. So I'm going to pick this bottom corner here, and you choose the same corresponding corner. So don't be tempted to pick this corner because they don't actually match. This is the bottom end of like a triangle shape, so actually it matches with this corner up here. So I'm going to join my two ray lines together, and there's my first one. Okay, then again, pick another corner. So I'm going to pick this far corner here, and that actually corresponds to this corner up here. Okay, so again, join them up with a ray line, and you notice they actually cross here in between the two enlargements. So rather than here down before the smaller one, it is actually in between. But let's double check. I'm going to pick this top corner here, and that, if you think about it being rotated, rotates round and it corresponds with this corner here. So I'm going to join these two together, and again they all meet here at this point, so that is my center of enlargement. I hope this helps. Thank you.